Hello, welcome to Methodist College. If you are in N120, you are most likely in your first or second semester here in the nursing program. This is going to offer an overview of the course, how the course works, some tips on how to be successful in the course, and some main areas of focus for the semester. Really want to start with why this class is important. Well, nurses need to pass NCLEX, and to earn our license, health promotion is a huge part of this. You can see the distribution of content on the slide, and promotion and maintenance is covered between 6 and 12% of your entire NCLEX blueprint. This is growing by the second because the role of the community health nurse the need is growing by the minute. So this course is going to help you really get the foundation and the framework for the understanding of what does it really mean? What does health promotion in nursing really mean? So there is some great importance to this course, and it really will start you off solid. So how this particular course works. As you know, it is an online format. My number one thing I need you to do at the very beginning of the semester is print the activity tracker. Right now, day number 1. That is gold. All due dates are available on that tracker for the entire semester. If you want to be organized, follow your tracker and follow your due dates. You'll notice the course is divided into 4 modules, approximately 1 month for each module. I believe a few of them are maybe 3 weeks, so keep your eye on your dates. So each module is going to be set up the same way. It's going to begin with a discussion question. The initial response is going to be due at 11:30, the first Sunday of the module, and then substantive responses to your peers by the second Sunday of each module. So after the discussion questions are complete, the assignments will then begin. It's set up like that for a reason. The discussion questions, you really need to read the readings in order to answer the discussion questions. That's when you're really getting familiar with the content and getting a stronger grasp of what the module is about. So after you've completed your discussion questions, you'll move on to complete assignments. So those are over either the third and the fourth week of the module. Each one's going to be a little bit different, and we'll talk about different ones. There's nurses touch modules, there's some specific assignments, maybe a paper in there, but each will be different. So look at your tracker. That's where all of your instructions are. This course, there are 2 exams, the midterm and the final exam. Both of those are in ExamSoft, and because this is in the online format, it is obviously open book. They are timed. They are 50 questions, and you have 60 minutes. So you can't expect that you're going to be able to look up those answers. You have got to complete the study guides. There's a study guide for the midterm and the final. Complete the study guides, go in prepared, and you will do very well. Nurses touch modules and ATI. So ATI testing is a separate website. In N100, whether you've taken that in a previous semester or this semester, you will obtain a login and a password, and you will put a code in, and that's going to give you access to all of the different content in ATI. ATI is a comprehensive and adaptive learning system, and it's going to help prepare students with what they need to know to pass that high stakes test of NCLEX. It really does. It's a wonderful complement to the full nursing program, and it really helps to highlight those important parts there. Module 2 and Module 3 include quizzes that are in D2L. Within each online module, there is a link to the quiz with instructions. Those quizzes, once you open them, you have to complete them. There is no time limit. So just, be prepared, have all of your material in front of you, and you can complete those quizzes. Again, no time limit, but once you open it, you have to submit it. Any assignments need to be uploaded in Dropbox. I need them uploaded in Word format. I cannot open, I need to be able to open and grade your assignment. So please, upload them in Word so I can do that. Probably one of the most important things, especially in my experience working with online students, if you stay organized, you're going to do well. I do deduct points. It's in your syllabus, and you have to take a look at those late deductions, because the only times I've had students fail or struggle in this course is if they don't submit assignments or if they continually submit them late. So I will deduct per day up to 4 days for class assignments. From 1 minute late to 24 hours late is a 10% deduction. 24 up to 48, 20%, 48 to 72, 30%, 72 up to 96 is 40%. Beyond 96 hours, you will receive a 0. If you're running behind, if you're struggling with anything, please email your instructor, because we can set something up. We can determine a late submission if you need to, but I cannot extend that submission if you ask after the due date. So please just do your due diligence and keep in touch with me. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the main point of N120, health promotion. Really like these two visuals. It's the illness wellness continuum. At any point in time, we all sit on that continuum somewhere, down to the actual birth to death. We are either as healthy as we can be, the highest level of health, or we have attained premature death because we maybe aren't as healthy as possible. When you start to learn about social determinants of health, some people are healthy for other reasons. Maybe they have access to resources, they have a car, they have access to healthy food, they have access to college education. So there's many different reasons why people are healthier than others. And that illness wellness continuum, if you just can kind of keep that in the context in the back of your mind, where does a person fall? Why are they not further on the highest level of wellness side? What's holding them back? What's pulling them more toward premature death? And that right there is going to float up to the top as the biggest, highest priority for your nursing role there. So which direction are they traveling? So just keep that visual in mind throughout the semester. I'm going to move on to just a brief overview of what is in each module. So first, module 1, course introduction. You're going to just kind of talk about some concepts, foundations, focus on the role of the nurse, and you're going to do a teaching plan. So what we focus on in N120 as far as the role of the nurse is going to be the educator. We're going to look at teaching and learning principles. Health literacy is absolutely huge in this course. Health literacy means does your patient, does your client, does your family, do they understand what you're teaching? Do they understand why this is important? What is the negative outcome if whatever the problem is not solved, and then what's the potential upside if it is? And then that person's individual commitment to wellness and your individual commitment to wellness, and that really comes out as what motivates them. So when you're looking at theoretical approaches, it really is about motivation. We'll talk about Maslow's hierarchy of need. Levels of prevention is absolutely huge. Your midterm covers lots and lots of questions on levels of prevention. So really it's looking at increased levels of well-being, increasing life expectancy, decreasing healthcare costs, and reducing morbidity levels over time. So Module 1 is a really nice introduction to the concept of health promotion. We're going to get into Module 2, where we start to think about that illness wellness continuum. How does culture impact someone's level of wellness? Do they understand? Do they have specific cultural preferences that can pull them in one direction or another? And how come we're not paying attention to that more? If we do, I think people could be healthier. The environment. My favorite question is in Module number 2, and I'll let you guys, when we get to that, you'll see, but it really, in the environment that we live in, really does determine what the priority in our life is, and it can change on a minute's notice of what your priority is in response to the environment. Mind, body, and holistic care. We really want to look at the big picture and make those connections. And when we look at holistic treatment, it's not always medication, it's not always prescriptions, it's not always healing a wound. It's really looking at the person as a whole. So then if you look at module number 3, this is kind of what you would think of when we're looking at health promotion, the obvious things. Nutrition is this course holds a lot of content on nutrition. It's probably the biggest one across the curriculum where you're going to get the strongest base for nutrition. Physical fitness, weight, obesity, substance abuse is a big issue when you're looking at health promotion, and then prevention, getting in front of problems, so a person's health doesn't get get out of control. Module 4 is kind of pulling it all together. We're looking at health across the lifespan. How can a mother, infant, toddler, child, adolescent, younger adult, older adult be healthiest at whatever particular stage they are in life? So we're looking at things like health screenings, stages. We're looking at Erickson's, Piaget's stages of development. How do they transition? How do we know that they are at where they need to be? High risk behaviors or high risk things to be cautioned with. Obviously it's going to be different for a toddler as an older adult. And then how can we prevent disease across the lifespan? So lots of things to consider there. Okay, so this semester we have the opportunity to participate in a service learning project, and that is part of N120. So students that are admitted beginning back in fall of 2017 fell under a graduation requirement where there are 4 courses that incorporate service learning across the curriculum. This is the first one that you'll be taking, and in addition to that, 20 hours of volunteer work. So here students, this tends to be the highlight of the course. They really enjoy whatever service project that we add in. We are looking at meeting a community need, and we're reflecting on the service throughout. We'll talk about beforehand, why was this unmet need? Why do they need this health promotion, or what is it that we're doing to meet that community partner's need? And then that service activity really tends to pull students together, and it's an enjoyable experience, and it's not very stressful, and it gives students a chance to really get to know each other more on a personal level, and me as well. And then you will reflect on it and write a reflection paper afterwards, and it will help connect the class objectives to the service that was completed. This is a mandatory activity and part of the course. If you're not able to come to the date that is planned, please get in touch with me as soon as possible. We can come up with an alternative, but I really don't like to do that unless it's necessary. But we will discuss more about service learning and the chosen community partner throughout the semester, and I guarantee you'll find this fulfilling and enjoyable experience, and you'll be able to put what you learn into practice. Just wanted to point out the ATI Nurses Touch modules and wellness and self-care practice test. So through in modules 1 and 3, you will be doing two in one and then 3 in the other. You'll be completing those modules. There's very specific instructions on time requirement and test score that you need to get on these. I'm able to eliminate a lot of course information because it is covered in these online modules, and they do a very, very nice job. So I don't like to cover things twice, and I like to really rely on the ATI Nurses modules for this content. It does a nice job. At the end of the semester, part of your final is completing the ATI practice test covering the 5 modules. So it's part of the final exam, and you can complete that truly anytime after you've completed the 5 modules. So it's kind of nice. That's what I like about this course. It is very self-paced. You know what time you have free, and you know what is assigned, and you can work at it at your own pace as long as you don't fall behind. So I like to point that out. So to finish off, just want to let you know we're in this together. I am here with you. Just communicate your needs with me. Each module, there is going to be a short narrated PowerPoint focusing on the highlight and the high points of the module. So hopefully that you'll find that helpful. But please email if you have any issues or concerns, and keep on top of things. And again, we're in this together. Welcome to N120.